Good morning, everybody. Today is actually 7 in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. So I don't know how did I even wake up to even get to the gym, but we're here. So today's workout is back and buys. And as usual, we're gonna work out together and I'll show you some tricks that I be doing. And yeah, let's work out. First thing we're gonna do is a lat pull down, but we're gonna do a superset. So I like to put this right underneath my thighs so that I can kind of push my foot up a little bit as I'm doing a lat pull down. And when you do lat pull down, okay? So I'm just gonna grab it. I do it a little wider than shoulder width. When you pull, try to pull with your lats more. So instead, because some people just go straight up and down, and that's more like a bicep. So what I'll do is I'll lean back slightly, just very slightly though, and then pull down right here, probably like where my mouth and chin is, and then go up. And we're gonna do this superset, 10, 3 sets of 10. So we're gonna do 10 of these regular ones. And then we're gonna change up. Well, I'm short, hold on. You're gonna grab up here and do an under grip and do 10 of those. Good? Good. Okay. So again, I like to hold this a little wider than shoulder width apart, as you see, and then pull down, lean back, go back up. Okay, switch over to under grip and pull. Next exercise is the seated rows. And I have to go closer because I can't exactly pull without my whole body pulling it. So I'm gonna grab this right here, under grip. And I don't really like to put my whole feet up here because I don't really get full range of motion because my legs are literally 2 inches long. So I'll usually prefer to do a tippy toe. When I pull under, right, I don't necessarily go with the weight because then you're not really pulling as much. So I'll let the weight go, slightly lean my body over, but I'm gonna do most of the pull with my lats. Second rep, and again, I'll show you from a different angle. Pull my little body, okay, tippy toe, and again. So I choose to do an under grip, and then let the weight pull a little bit, and then let my lats pull the rest. Make sure my elbows are right where under my ribs are, and they get past my torso. And I try to keep my back straight as well, and really allow the weight to be pulled by just my under lats right here. I had to put my hair up because this exercise is gonna be in the way. So this next setup is the single dumbbell rows. And how I set up is, okay, I'm gonna put my dumbbell right here so that it's easier to pick up when I'm in my form. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put one leg on the bench and put your one arm right in front of it. And as you pick up your dumbbell, you wanna make sure that's parallel to the other arm. And for where my other foot's placement, it's kind of angled this way outwards, as close to the bench as possible so that I can have most of my body on the bench. And as I pick up the dumbbell, I like to angle it towards me. I don't really do straight because, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So I'll angle it and pull up to do a row. And as I pull up, I make sure that my elbows are coming towards me, and I just pull or row. And for this, we're just gonna do 8, but if I'm feeling 10, I'll do 10. And you can do more or less. I'm gonna show you a different way to do a row if for some reason the one that's flattened just doesn't work out for you, okay? So what you're gonna do is bring up the bench, not all the way up, probably like 1/4 angled up towards you. You wanna put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, okay? When you're in this position, and lean forward. You gotta pick up your dumbbell, okay? Gonna lean forward and start rowing. Use this as your other hand rest. Lean forward down, row. Now this last back exercise, we're gonna do a straight bar pull down. You do have some various options, like you can do a rope with this exercise or V bar, but my personal preference is a straight bar. I have it set up on the cable at the highest point. Grab it on the edge of the bar, take a couple steps back. And how your body is positioned is your feet should be pretty much glued to the floor. Upper body should be leaning forward. So your body kind of looks like a greater than, less than sign, kind of. And when you're in position, you're gonna pull down straight. Now your arms shouldn't be bending so much. It could have a slight bend, but not by much. And you're just gonna pull down, making sure that your lats are the one engaging in this. And I'm sure if you can see my back, how my scapula is retracting with every. Just gonna show you the front view so you see what I'm talking about. So, a couple steps back, and forward, okay? And remember, I always like to put the equipment back gently, because if you can't do that, then that means it's too heavy for you. Unless you're holding like 200 pounds, that might be a different story. Next off, we're gonna do biceps, and honestly, my bicep workouts are very, very, very boring. There's nothing about it that changes. I just do variations of it really, because it's just a bunch of different curls. But most of my lats workout has biceps incorporated a little bit. So you have your dumbbells right here. Let me go a little further so you can see. And I have them rest like side by side, shoulder width apart. And for the hammer curl style, you just kind of raise your forearm up, right? And just raise it back down, okay? And you should feel it right where your biceps are. Again, you're just gonna keep doing this motion. You're gonna get past the L, go a little higher, maybe tap your shoulders if you wanna consider that as a full rep, and then rest back down. And we're just gonna do 3 sets of 10. Keep it simple today because I am in a little bit of a time crunch, but I still wanna get a good workout. It's actually really nice out. It's freaking freezing though, but it's really nice out. All right, it's 8 o'clock, so I gotta speed this up real quick. So I gotta be done by 8:30. Well, I could be done by 9 really, but I do wanna go on the cardio for 30 minutes and then shower and all that. So I'm gonna speed up everything and then I'll meet you in the next exercise. Last exercise for the workout plan, just do easy bar curl ups. And this is the setup right here. My hands are in between the first curves of the bar. And again, just raise your forearm to really feel the bicep and curl. Gonna do 3 sets of 10. I don't be counting. I just be doing it based on how my arm feeling. And if I feel like about a break, yeah, let's just stop. We're on the treadmill. So you know what that means. I get to yap and chit chat with y'all for 30 minutes. Anyways, past couple weeks, my job is very skittish about scheduling because I don't know, they just are. I can't explain the full detail about it, but I just know that I haven't been scheduled that many hours. I was working at two jobs. I was working full time elsewhere, and then my current job was the part timer. But then I came to this realization, well, not even realization, I just pulled the trigger and was like, I don't want to work at this full time job because one, it's not what I want to do. Two, I have no passion for it. And three, money will always come around. And so this week I was scheduled only one day. I was just like, at this point, I should just quit this job because be so for real. And to be fair, I'll give my job a little bit of grace because they don't know that I quit my other job because I just didn't tell them. And I just had thought that things would kind of be better as time went on, but things just kind of went left. And so we're now in this predicament. So I'm scheduled one day this week and I was just like, oh man, like, I don't think I'm gonna like suffice with just one day. Like, I don't know what to do because like I have been job searching for like another full-time job that's more suitable for my liking and career aspect, but it's gonna take a while, obviously. So that was stressing me out, and like just things just kept adding on. And then like I was looking at myself and man, I just don't look good today. Like, oh. So everything was just piling on and on last week that I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna, no, just kidding. I'm not doing that. But I clearly was crashing out. Not crashing out bad, but just crashing out in times where I felt like my behaviors were a lot more amped up than usual. I was going through some changes in my life that it got me unprepared, and it had me unprepared in ways that I wasn't ready to admit that I was unprepared for, and I can't help but to cry about it, and I just couldn't help but to feel like a failure. And honestly, all I could do was pray about it. You know, I pray that I find healing in ways that I can't explain or can't really tell everybody about. And I also prayed that they're like, just show me a sign. Show me a sign that you're still there and that I can put my full trust in you, really. God blessed me yesterday, I'll tell you that much. So yesterday, I had worked a really long shift from 11:30 till 9. Yeah. After we had closed out and I received the tip out, like I just looked at it, I was like, there's no way I made this much in one night. I ended up going home with $1,000 that night, which is probably by far the most I've ever made. And it was just breathtaking. It's one of those moments where you just sit in your car after a long night out, take a deep breath, and just say thank you. Thank you so much, because I really needed this. It just made me feel seen, you know? Because honestly, I didn't allow myself to show my true talents, really. Back then, I didn't really put myself out there. I kind of shied away from a lot of opportunities because I was very private. I still am. And I didn't really show my face on the internet at all, really, until now. So it's an ongoing journey for sure, but I'm excited for what is next, honestly. And now that I'm applying all this pressure and all the things that I love and do and just be more outspoken, I don't see this not going somewhere, you know? And I hope that what I do becomes something that I can eventually say I love doing. So that wraps up today's workout. Again, I'm glad you came out to work out with me and chat. But until next time, see ya.